This is all going to be cut out because I keep screwing up and I don't like that. That's not great. Ba-bump. Without further delay, let's jump into Illusions of Gaia. When we last left off, we were in the Incan ruins. We had made some progress. I had a slight recording issue. Resolved, hopefully. We're quite a few days out from that, so hopefully no more power outages. Yeah, so as we sort of just truck through finishing up this dungeon, we are in the Incan ruins, so I did a little bit of Wikipediaing on the Incan civilization, the largest pre-Columbian civilization. A little interesting factoid. So some things that definitely did get incorporated in here was, it was a culture that had a, just make sure I'm not missing anything up here, had a history of some ceramic working as well as some gold working that were pretty prevalent in their society. 1400s to 1600s, they were sort of wiped out by the Spanish, who sort of came in and wrecked house. Many stories of gold filling rooms being traded for the safety of family members to the Spanish. Little bits. They had bronze working, so these bronze, or I guess terracotta type statues wielding bronze spears sort of makes sense. Little interesting factoids. I found it interesting. You probably don't care. That's okay. We're going to be Freedan, because his name is Freedan, and that's pretty awesome. Also because whenever you can transform in this game, you're generally encouraged to. So as we sort of run through, we're going to start progressing through this level pretty quickly. There is one jewel that we need to be on the lookout for. An explorer who sought the Incan gold ship? He lost his life in a trap. Oh yeah, did he? Yeah, he did. So they did pull in sort of the gold being a pretty significant factor in this, which is interesting. Looking around, I couldn't find any cultural references specifically relating to the gold ship. Not to say it doesn't exist, just to say I couldn't find any. Little bits of interesting history. Is this where I need to go? Maybe? Maybe? Probably not. Yeah, so as I stumble around here, we'll try to get our bearings and figure out where we need to go. It's been a week-ish, 2 weeks since recording, so I'm a little bit rusty, just trying to get back used to the responsiveness of this SNES pad, which after working with an Xbox 360 remote for a little bit is like night and freaking day. Alright, that's the beginning. So as we progress through, I'll probably cut a couple of pieces out just that are sort of exploration and trying to figure out my bearings. I think it'll make for a generally more interesting episode for everyone watching. This looks like I'm directionally heading in the right way. Alright. So I definitely cleared these rooms, and as you can see the enemies, oh, I think I'm good. Alright, here we are, we're back where we need to be, positive. We got this guy right here, who now we can reach. We can stab him in the eye, which is good. And that opens the way. So then we're running, and we're jumping, and lots of running jumps in this one. Love that mechanic. Pretty cool stuff. Oh. Trolley goo. So we clearly haven't defeated all the monsters because we haven't got our power up. You turd. There we go. Health up. So as we progress through this level, we'll continue to clear house. We're going to be plenty powerful enough for the boss. We are looking for a gold jewel before we progress too much further. So just something to keep in mind. Oh, you turd. So as you can see, the guys get the spear. That's actually not completely historically inaccurate, which is kind of neat. These floating heads, interestingly enough, I couldn't find anything that sort of matched it historically, but the architecture is not unlike a lot of statues that I did see, so that's an interesting little thing as well. It seems like, you know, back in the day, it seems like a little attention to detail. Pre-Wikipedia, someone got their Encyclopedia Britannica out and sort of ran through to see what they could do better, which is cool. You know, you get to appreciate that in a time where you really couldn't have called someone on making something completely inaccurate, they were pretty accurate, or at least inspired. Alright, what you just saw there was a health up. They sort of drop randomly. It's a nice mid-level top-up if you're getting crushed. Again, there's really no reason in this early sort of going to get decimated. Alright, I found an herb. So herbs, as a mechanic, heal you. I have quite a few. Whoa. So we broke the game, which is interesting. So we're gonna have you rejoin when I catch back up to where I was. We're gonna pretend that terrible things didn't happen there. I've honestly never had that happen on the original console. I'm not sure if this is because I'm using a sort of repro console. As I've said before, I'm using a RetroDuo. It's adequate. I mean, I don't have any tremendous issues with it that I've observed so far, but obviously there's some stuff either wrong with it or the cartridge, and it could be either at this point. I mean, we are talking about technology that is pretty dated at this point. Come on. Die, die, die! Alright. So, yeah. We're progressing pretty well. We're going to continue to clear these guys out. On the way, one thing I did slightly differently was I cleared out an additional room of enemies that I had missed before, which is, you know, something good. Alright, Guy. You'll notice a slight coloration difference in the ones that throw spears and the ones that sort of drop that that trailing attack. Just realized that now. That would have been a nice thing to notice when I was younger. Alright, so as we continue to clear these guys out, we're gonna just sort of clear house here and keep rolling. There's some more interesting stuff in this level that I want to get to. So, I think this is another back to the beginning shortcut, which is nice. This game over-indexes in back to the beginning shortcuts, which is great, because sometimes you just don't want to backtrack. Alright, we are efforting for one last red jewel, prior to departing this level. So, we're going to keep our eyes peeled for that. Alright, thrower. Right? Yep, thrower. And another thrower. So it seems like you can exploit the pixels a little bit to yep, and these are all going to be the ones who throw that AoE, or not AoE, the trailing effect, which is terrible! You could see how, if you're sort of a younger player, the 4 of those guys would actually be quite the challenge. Alright, oh no! Took one step too far! Alright, so yeah, if you run down there and you don't know that those guys are there, they'll sting you up quite a bit. A lot of nuisance trolley stuff. Come on, die! Alright, As you can see, we're already up to like 2 restart hearts, which is a nice place to be. Come on, come on. There we go. Health up. Alright, I think if memory serves, there's some kind of journal. Note about the Incans. They have no written language. They've left their legends in sound. I have succeeded in deciphering the Incan melody of the wind. Chant in the golden room. Does that mean to play the melody of the wind? Game nicely hints at sort of some stuff that you're going to have to do later on for progression. So if you did get stuck and you know, had the forethought to look at the skeletons a little bit, that would let you know what you need to do. This is going to be the jewel. Yep. Ah, I love it when I actually remember things and I don't look like a jackass. I mean, I generally always look like a jackass. I look like less of a jackass than average. Alright, is a transformation of will? I might need that. Alright, strength up. So we are in good shape. We got our jewels. There's the entrance, or the entrance to the transformation area. The question is progression. Progression, I think, is this way? Yes. Down the stairs. Alright. Here's the room where I have to play the melody. So, yep, that definitely is where I need will. Perfect. So as we go through this, I'm going to be launching a few new games to the channel as time goes on. I've already dropped RimWorld at this time, playing as psychopath cannibals, which is a lot of fun. Gives us a great deal of options. As I actually sit here, I have downloading in the background a live stream that I did for A Link to the Past randomizer, and sitting in front of me, I got some original Mario Brothers, some Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, Zelda A Link to the Past, the regular version, as well as some other little surprises in store. I have an SNES Classic, so I'm working towards what the next video is going to be. I'm thinking a good, fun run of Super Mario World. Nothing serious, just sort of running through to have a good time. Alright. So, as I said before, music is a lot of this game. This game will, in general, surrender its secrets if the right melody is played. This is one instance. We're going to play the Incan Song of the Wind, and it is going to reveal the path forward. See? There you go. So this game, if I remember correctly, I think... What was it? I feel like there was something. Was it I needed to drop the statue, maybe? Do I also play the other song, perhaps? Nothing happened. Oh my Lord. So, you're not going to see most of that because I'm going to cut it out. Because the efforts were quite subpar and borderline embarrassing. That probably took me about a good solid 20 minutes. It's not great. We will throw a save down because if you suffer damage, hide behind him. I really wish I'd read that. Bummer. Let's try this one more time. Maybe she'll say it to me again. I think it was just explaining the first boss. Long and short, demon, Incan demon. Then you will fight a huge enemy. When he suffers damage, rays of light will shoot from his head. If you suffer damage, hide behind him. So basically just giving you the gist of like, oh, did not want to do that. How do you beat the boss? Or how do you avoid some of his attacks? And the answer is get on behind him. So, we obviously are going to transform back into Freedan, because he gets a higher amount of damage per shot. Alright, so, this is generally the progression area, and some really wacky stuff will happen here shortly. This, right here, is where these statues go. Aha! So the statues are keys, they're progression items that allow you to get past this part. You hear that? There we go. Sound cue means when we use this area, we are able to do a really sick jump by being blown by that massive gust of wind. If we want to go back to the save point, we can use this. And if we really want to, this can be Jumping Over Gap Simulator 2018. But I think we'll knock out this boss really quick and progress through. Alright. So, hand 1, hand 2, weak spots initially. Ah, it's a cool boss. Alright, Fireball of Dodge. Oh god! Oh god! So as you can see, hiding behind him, effective when that stupid... Oh god. I'm gonna die and it's gonna be tremendously embarrassing. After literally just saying, like, I like this boss, he's great, he's a lot of fun, I'm literally gonna die. What am I missing? Alright, glowing ice. Stab glowing ice. Nope. Well, that's... This is likely why I thought it was, when I think about it, that place seemed familiar. Yep. There's the noob text. That one I should have healed up. Eating the herb regains strength. Yep, great. Alright, trick is to nuke these hands before they do that slam attack and dodge those freaking fireballs. And I think if you stay down here, this thing is not gonna mess you up too bad. Alright, so you can see he has quite the health bar. We're gonna trade some blows here. Now we gotta get behind him. If we hang up here, if memory serves, I think we're good. Okay. Alright, blitz the hand. Okay, this is how I wanted to go the first time. Alright, there we go. Pixel dodge that. Nope. Alright, healed back up. That fireball will go away, and I transform back. One of the things in this game is that Will never shows up in his form to his friends for quite some time. After the demon disappears, Will returns to his original shape. This is going to happen quite a bit, and it really still makes you think, why can't I just be the strong guy all the time? Alright, so now we continue on. And this next part's pretty interesting. Big gap. Well, we heard in the first episode Will likes to jump off of things, so he's going to jump an irrationally long way and somehow not die. Onto the Incan Ship of Gold. Is this the Incan Gold Ship? What? I feel like someone's here. Oh, look at this, people. Look, the king has returned, and he's much shorter. It's the king, you're safe. I'm the king? So, little bits, just some flavor to this. Now we can set sail. It's a happy occasion we were with you for such a long time. Okay, they're dancing. The queen is in her stateroom. Please show her that you're okay. Yup, great. Jump down. Can't do much else on deck. It is neat though. The way they're trying to show it's gold is the obvious yellow and the glimmers, which is kind of a neat effect. So here's the sort of storeroom. Why must we flee? It is our home. Mystic statues in this box. Preparations being made to set sail. Well, are you going to the crow's nest? You can watch the ship set sail. So this is the MacGuffin that you're going to collect, and I'll show you in a second where it shows up at the menu. Or it will show you on its own. Yep, there we go. So this is the MacGuffin that we're going to collect along the way. We got to get them to stop, I don't know, the world from, you know, dying or whatnot. So we're going to talk to some more people, because this is a lore run. Okay, looking around the ship. But I expected... You're tired? Look around, then rest in this bed. The queen is still wearing the ring she got from the king. That's right. It's the ring he gave her when they were separated by the invaders. Since then, she has thought of nothing but him. Not the invaders were the Spanish. They won. Yep, thank you. We're gonna go kick this this thing off. This is just sort of a little time passy event, I think, to tell you a backstory about what actually happened to these folks without telling you that Europeans came in and killed them all. Oh, short king. Now we're short. First we were shabby. This game is great for your self-confidence. The ship is coming out of the cave. Some wonderful ocean sprites. After living in the darkness for so long, the brightness is like a new beginning. How can invaders come to destroy a world as beautiful as this? And jump to my death. Because we don't want to continue to run around. I fell into a deep sleep and was pulled inside a dream. Or was this the dream? Oh, hey, look, it's my house with one bed that I share with my grandparents. Except... Who's this? Mother? Look in the sky, the comet is so beautiful. After years and years, the comet approaches Earth, then recedes. Some say it's an unlucky star. Some say it's a lucky star. Will, what do you think? Well, you died. Alright, then hope that the bad luck doesn't come. Will, I am always watching over you. Thank you, game, for reminding me that my parents are indeed dead. Lily, Will! Will, wake up! You're back so late, the elder must have read your fortune. He said that you were floating alone on the sea. I was so surprised. I don't get it. You were acting strange, so we followed you. Then we reached a strange town. Wait, don't call it strange, I was born there. It's invisible. I'd call that pretty strange. Will, you can't go on a journey without telling us. Since we're friends, we have to share good times and bad. So my group consists of a bunch of children who, you know, conceptually don't fully understand what's going on, and are now on a ship that is in immense disrepair. On the open ocean, all the barrels appear to be open, which obviously means they've been used, and it looks like everyone died. So, you know, nothing bad can possibly happen. This is where the Inca were standing. Yep, were is the right word. Seth, I found a strange jewel on board the ship. I'll give it to you. You get the red jewel. So there's one of the trolley gems that if you click the wrong button here coming up too soon, you are done. So we're going to head to the crow's nest. Can you get around? Nope. I thought maybe I could jump down again. Will loves jumping. Eric? I was surprised, thank you. Oh, it's you, Will. Don't scare me. This is where they were standing. Oh, and this is where they were standing. But this one, that's where they were standing. I don't know why I get a chuckle out of that. It's just like, oh yeah, that's right, someone was here. And now there's a skeleton. Hey, they were standing. Hey, they were standing. So, we're aboard this sketchy, sketch-tastic ship of Sketch. We've talked to everyone except this guy. It's where he was standing, by the way. This is back where the Queen was, and by the way, this is where they were standing. What does Kara have to say? They perish waiting for the King's return. I can't stand anything that disrupts people's peaceful lives. Well, your father is sending a manhunter after us. That's not great. He threw me in prison. He wanted to throw my family in prison. You know what? That's enough. The Queen's mummy sleeps silently. There's a gold ring on her long, slender, bony finger. That ring must have been one of the artifacts put on this ship. No, it's on a mummy. We're grave robbing. This is the most valuable of all the artifacts. Many people have lost their lives trying to get rich by finding this ring. I want the ring. It's so pretty. I really must have it. Yep, let's rob some graves. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we get cursed? Oh, yeah, we got cursed. That's right. Oh, that's great. Excellent. That can't be bad at all. This is fine. This is all fine. Oh, yep, that too, because reasons. Oh, and again. I might as well get their text while I'm here. What do you have to say? What? Yep, that's... Maybe it belongs to Riverson. In this part of the ocean, there are fish that are as dangerous as, well, sharks. Lance, are you okay? Wow! It's Seth! It's nice that all of these characters will be with us for a good long time. What happened to Seth? Something's happened. Eee! It's Seth! A huge, enormous, giant fish ran into the ship, sob. Seth fell into the water, sob. He was swallowed, gulp, sob. Well, so much for characters with us for a long time. What was that? I don't know. The giant fish harassing our ship? It's that fish again. We'll all be dessert. Stop crying and grab this, or you'll fall overboard. Yep. Thank you, sprites, for traveling in a diagonal line. Well, we're now adrift, shipwrecked. I have a bunch of jewels, the most important item in the game, and a key that won't help me at all. So, you know, this is where the story ends. We die of eventual starvation. Thank you for watching. No, just kidding. We're going to throw a break in here really quick, and we're going to jump right back in the next episode. Just want to say, as always, thank you for watching. You have a lot of choices in entertainment. Thank you for choosing us. I hope that you'll like the video, comment below with feedback, like us on Facebook, subscribe to the channel, tweet at us, at games_done_slow. We'll read all the feedback, and, really hoping that some other people enjoy this as much as I enjoy playing this game. Thank you, everyone, and good night.